Withabby. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a manga tier list video. With my tier list, it's not going to be so much tiers, but more categories, because I had a hard time trying to put them in traditional tiers. So my categories are no notes. I have nothing that I would change about these manga. The next category is Give Me More. This is either a series where I haven't read enough of it and need to have more, but I really think that it's a strong contender to be in the no notes, or it's something I do have notes on and I want them to give me something more. There's something that I feel like is missing, or that they're doing that they shouldn't be doing, that would make it a better experience for me. Love over story. These are like kind of giving you the feels or vibes, different things like that, but the story isn't fully there. It's not at the tier of the other things. Just watch the anime. I don't mean this as a negative. It's more just I either feel like it lends itself well to being actually animated instead of being on the page, or I feel like you're getting everything you need to from the anime anyway, so if you're trying to figure out what to spend your money on versus not spend your money on, I feel like you could just watch the anime for these. On the Fence, these are series I've started, but I don't know if I'm going to continue for various reasons. Not for me. This is definitely my most controversial category, which is things that I've started, but they're not for me. They're for other people. I'm sure they're really good, and even my husband would fight me on some of these, but they're just not for me. And then my last category is trash. Lost Lad London is also going to go in Give Me More. I am really interested in having more mystery manga. So this story is written by the same person who wrote Glitch, and it's following a boy who is under suspicion of like assassinating some important official. And I have not read all the volumes because they are very hard to come by. I have 2 volumes right now, but it's just really good. Love and Focus is a love triangle manga that is completed that follows a girl who's very interested in photography. Definitely love over story. Very little story, not a lot going on, but just cute. Lovesick Ellie is going to go in Give Me More. Lovesick Ellie follows a girl, Ichimura, who is just super socially awkward, but she has a Twitter account where she just writes these very like thirsty tweets about this boy in her class, Omicron, and he finds out about it, and now they're in like a will they won't they both like each other, but they're both super weird relationship. I am 5 volumes through this. It is completed at 16 volumes. Marriage Toxin is going on the Fence. So this follows Hiro, who is a poison master. There are different masters of different like arts of assassination, and he needs to find a wife because his sister says that she's going to kill herself because she's in a very committed relationship with another woman, so she can't create the heir to their legacy. So he says, you know what, I'll get married so that you can be happy. And so he's working with this marriage swindler who is trying to help him find a match. And I thought that was hilarious. I loved the first 2 volumes. Now we've been just fighting people for forever, and I am not into fighting. I just can't really visualize action when it's happening, and so I need there to be more romance in this if I'm going to continue reading it. Medalist is going in Not For Me. This is super cute about a guy who didn't really achieve what he wanted to in figure skating, so he's helping a young girl who seems like she's missed her chance because she's too old. This is through and through a sports manga. I think I might move this to just watch the anime because the anime looks like it's going to be fantastic. I don't think it's out yet. It's coming out this winter. But I think that it could go and just watch this anime because I have a hard time picturing the figure skating. Like, I need it to be animated. Again, this is a problem I have with picturing action when it's split into panels. Mermaid of Sand Town. Nope. Mermaid scales. I don't know what this says. Again, I read it a while ago. The art was beautiful. Mermaids, not really my thing. Vampires, very much my thing. Mermaids, So it was cute, but it just wasn't really for me. My dress up darling is going in Give Me More. I absolutely love this manga. It focuses on cosplay. Some of people have been turned off by the anime. It feels like it has a lot of fan service or is like too mature. I really enjoy that this is written by a female mangaka. It is all about empowering people and having them realize that they can have interests that might not align with what society wants them to have interests in. And the relationship between the two main characters is a true slow burn and is super cute. Yes, the different things she dresses as can be provocative, but it's super cute, super adorable. The problem I have with it right now is it's a little bit too slow burn for me, and we've been focusing more on the cosplay, which is really cool, but I want them to get together. And also, the last 2 volumes have had some like fat shaming in them that I get that a huge part of society's expectations on women, if you're putting your body out there as art in particular, that you are going to be criticized when you change body size and shape. But because her measurements are out there and she is a very small, very beautiful person, having her struggle with putting on like 5 or 10 pounds of weight is a little bit of frustration for me. So that's the give me more of the cute, give me more of the romance, give me more of the cosplay, and give me less of the other stuff. My Happy Marriage, I'm going to put in watch the anime. This is a Cinderella retelling, but it's cute. It's really cute. It follows a young girl who has been treated as a servant her whole life, but when she is betrothed or given to this guy to see if he wants her to be his fiance, she is treated kindly for the first time. It does have like fantastical elements in it, but so far that hasn't been a huge deterrent for me. It's just been super cute. Okay, my love mix-up is going in my no notes. My love mix-up follows a young boy, Aoki, who is in love with his classmate Hashimoto, but when he asks to borrow her eraser, he sees that she is in love with Ida, because she has written his name and a heart on it. Turns out this creates a whole misunderstanding where Ida thinks that Aoki likes him. Also turns out that Hashimoto might not feel that way about Ida anymore. And I don't want to give anything away. It's a completed series. It's 9 volumes. It is so cute. I absolutely love it. I'm going to reread it. I watched the like K-drama version of this, the first one, not the new one. Just absolutely cute. Love all the characters. Just great representation of first love and crushes and finding your way in the world. And it's just funny. It's hilarious. Like all the mix-ups and things that are happening are just super cute, and you need to read it. My love story with Yamada-kun is going in Give Me More. This is a cute series about a girl who's dumped. Her boyfriend cheated on her. She goes to play. Well, they were all playing this game together. They were in a guild. They go to this conference, or like a con, and she sees her ex-boyfriend, so she pretends that she's dating this guy that she just ran into. Turns out he's like a professional streamer of this game, and so she is accepted into their guild. She becomes friends with all of them. I like all the side characters. It's super cute. She is in college, but he is in his first year, or rather his last year of high school, so the age difference has to be like 3 years, so it's not too bad. But it's absolutely adorable. Another absolutely adorable one is my special one. This one is going in no notes. This is not finished though, so I reserve rights to change it from, well, Insomniacs After School is not finished either, but I reserve the ability to move these down to give me more if they somehow screw up what they're doing. But my special one follows a young girl who she like confesses she loves this boy in middle school, and then he like sends this thing to the group chat being like, haha, this is hilarious, and completely breaks her heart. So she is determined that she will never fall for a pretty boy again, and she hopes that they all like lose all their hair and get fat and ugly, and she just like has all these rules for herself. But then one day a J-pop star walks into her parents' restaurant, and she is determined to not like him, but she falls in love with him. He is super cute, and then there's another couple so far that's been introduced as well. She's an actress. He's in the same J-pop group but does some acting as well. And both of the couples are super cute and lovable, and yeah, no notes. Nisekoi is going in love over story. This is a classic triangle. Love triangle. He found this girl that he was interested in or promised to be with her when he was younger, and then he forgot who he gave the like key to his heart. And there is a literal key, a literal lock, and just it's cute. I've only read 3 volumes. I need to read more. But yeah, just a really cute story, but it's focusing on love over the actual plot. Now this is the one where everyone's going to hate me, but One Piece for me is going to go in Not For Me. I have read the first 3 volumes. I have watched the live action show. I have watched the first 6 episodes of the anime, and it's too much. It's too intimidating. It's too big. I can't commit to that. I could put it in just watch the anime, but I feel like that's also controversial. Again, not for me means not for me. And this is the one that my husband would fight me on. He thinks I need to give it a true chance. My husband loves it. My brother and his wife love it, have watched all the anime. I don't know. I don't know. Pirates are cool, but there's so many characters, so many arcs, so much going on. I don't know if I can commit to that, and so I'm just going to put it in Not For Me. Oshinoko is just watch the anime, because this is a reincarnation story where a doctor is reincarnated as the baby of a pop star, and he has a twin who is also reincarnated, and she is eventually, and so he needs to figure out what happened to her. And this is such a weird premise. The show does a great job, though. What it really seems like it's doing is giving a deep dive into what the entertainment industry is really like. It also has a love story, but the anime is able to include the musical numbers and the acting and stuff in the way that the manga can't. So if you're thinking about checking it out, I would just check out the anime. You might continue reading the story. It is completed in Japan. It is not completed here yet, but it's worth checking out. Otaku Vampire Love Bite is going to go in Give Me More. This is the kind of vampires I need. She is so cute. She is obsessed. She is a complete otaku. She is obsessed with this character from an anime, and she goes to Japan. She lives in Japan just to be able to try to meet other people who are also obsessed with him. And instead she moves next door to a boy who looks just like the character she's obsessed with, except he's just a regular boy. And all sorts of vampire, otaku shenanigans, all just, yeah, It's so cute. Just read it. Uran High Host Club is going to go and just watch the anime. Again, the art style for me is just. There's so much out there to read. The show is so cute. I love it. It's a girl who is super smart, gets into a school on scholarship, but then is mistaken for a boy because she doesn't care how she dresses, and so she's taken into this host club when she breaks a precious vase, and it is absolutely adorable, super cute romance. Quintessential Quintuplets is also just watched the anime. I have watched the entire anime and read the entire manga. The manga does answer a few questions that the anime kind of like leaves up in the air as far as people's motivations for doing certain things, but I do not feel like it is worth reading the manga when you could just watch the anime for this one. It is quintuplet sisters and a boy who tutors them, and we know from the beginning that he is going to marry one of them, but we don't know which one it is. Rainbow Black, I finished this series, but it's still going to go in not for me. This is one of the first ones that I ever read. It is about a girl who dresses only in black and meets this rainbow parrot kind of animal, and it is super colorful, so it's the exact opposite of her, and it kind of brings her out of her, like her, it like brings her out and of her personality, like she's able to be more comfortable in her skin, but it's also obsessed with her and loves her in a creepy way. So I didn't particularly like that. Romance Killer is not for me. That little yellow thing is so annoying to me. I could probably get behind this story if that yellow thing was not so annoying. It's like a magical fairy that is there to show her that she needs to fall in love and stop eating chocolate and playing video games and loving her cat. I also don't love you need to care more about romance than you care about these other things in your life, because cats and chocolate and video games did not hurt anybody. We can leave them alone. Sakamoto Days is going and just watch the anime. The anime just came out. We've watched the first episode. Need to watch the second episode. This is an action-based one, so again, I have trouble looking at a panel, picturing what's happening action-wise, and so I just like this as an anime, but it follows a retired assassin, and is a found family story. Sakura Osaka is just gonna go in on the fence. I feel like this is one that's not gonna have a lot of substance either. It is like this girl who faints on a train and this guy protects her, and then she wants to thank him later in life, and that's her motivation for being like the kind person that she is. I've only read the first volume. Let me know if I should continue with it. There are so many things out there. I feel like I don't need to read this. Sasaki and Miyano is going in love over story. Their love is super cute. The only problem I have with this story is that it's written by a woman, and it's a story about two boys who love each other. I feel like should be written by a guy, but it's cute. And I've read the first 3 volumes, and I've watched the first, I want to say 3 or 4 episodes of the show. Super cute, but I don't know. Book Savior Cafe in Another World is Give Me More. This is super cute. Again, one of the first manga I ever read. It follows a girl who is isekai'd into a new world, but she doesn't want to do that. She just wants to read books and hang out. And so they're like, yeah, you can have like book and food magic and live here, because there's another savior there anyway, and so that'll be okay. But then she actually does kind of have to save the world, and she falls in love. But it's only 5 volumes, so I could use more. Shiba Inu Rooms is going in love over story, even though it doesn't fully make sense, but it follows a young girl named Corey who moves into a hotel, or like a apartment building rather, where all of the rooms have ghosts of dogs that were abandoned there in a fire and all died. It's like super tragic. But in her room, she has a very grumpy Shiba Inu. And they're It's just a cute story of them living together and her being like super hard on the exterior and him being a super grumpy dog on the exterior, but then they bring out the sunny parts of both of each other. So super cute. Shikimori's just not a, it's not just a cutie. Just watch the anime. It's very like segmented, the manga. We go from story to story to story without a lot of like connectedness, and I just feel like you could just watch the show. A sign of affection is going in love over story. I feel like our main character has almost no discernible traits at this point. He travels, and he's tall, and he wants to learn sign language for her. They're cute. I like that they're both adults. I like the disability representation. I just don't feel like there's a lot of story going on here. So super, super love all the vibes. Story, Skip and Loafer is going in no notes. Again, I reserve the right to change that if it ends differently than I think it's going to. But Skip and Loafer follows a young girl who's super ambitious, leaves her small town to go to a school in Tokyo because she wants to be a politician and be able to help her hometown. And a boy who was a child star and now he is just trying to be a normal kid in high school. And I really like how they're handling all the different friends and their backstories and the different things that are happening, and it's not just focused on the main characters. I am 5 volumes into this, and it finished an arc, so I'm waiting till more come out before I read the other 3 that I own. Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You is just not for me. She pretends that she's a different person when she's outside smoking behind the supermarket than she is when she's inside working in the supermarket. It is super obvious that she is the same person. He is just super dumb. Also, I think he has a wife, so that's not great that he's spending all his time with this girl. And also, she is old enough, but like the age gap there is a lot. So I don't know how I feel about that. Spy Family. This is no notes as well. Spy Family, super cute. Best way to get into manga. The anime is also really good. I have gotten so many people to consider manga as a thing by getting them to watch this anime. We are following a spy, an assassin, and a telepath, and they are a found family, and a dog that can see the future. I am completely up to date with this, even in the app. I am week to week at this point, and the last chapter was completely like, are we headed in a different direction entirely? So I do reserve my right to move it into Give Me More. But this is just everything it needs to be. It's action, adventure, comedy, romance, just super good. Summer Ghost is going in On the Fence. This is a story that is about a ghost that people can see if they are somehow close to death. And so it's very depressing. It could actually go and Give Me More because this is completed. I just feel like I still have some questions about things and I didn't want to end. So now I'm going to leave it On the Fence because these other ones are just better. But yeah, just it's good. Good fall read if you're moving like from like August, September, where you're moving from summer into fall. Really good. Summertime Rendering is not for me. I've read the first 3 volumes. I think my husband's going to continue on with this. This one is a mystery, and I was super excited when it was like mysterious, but now we're in a time loop, and there's a bunch of stuff happening that I just am confused, and again, not really into sci-fi, so just not for me. Taman's B-side is going to go in Give Me More. This is about a girl who's cleaning house for a pop star, and he is super depressed. He seems like he's all good when he's out where people see him, but at home he is super dark depressed, and she's trying to help him along. I have only read the first volume of this, so I again have the right to move it. But Hammond's B-side is just super cute, and I'm hoping that we get some good mental health discussion out of it as well. Apothecary Diaries is going to go in Just Watch the Anime, because the anime is absolutely gorgeous and is doing a fantastic job. I did just buy 2 more of the manga. I am going to continue to read it, but I feel like the anime is enough to capture her humor, to capture the fact that this is like a mystery. Every episode has like its own mysterious thing that is happening and needs to be solved, and then there's this overarching mystery, and it is a hugely slow burn romance. The Girl from the Other Side is just going to go in Not For Me. This is about a girl who is with an outsider. Seems like people get this like disease and they've been quarantined into this new area. She has also been quarantined into there, but it seems like she doesn't have the disease. This ended on a cliffhanger. I did read like the first omnibus of it. I would continue to read it, but I don't want to collect it because I don't think that it is for me. But I think that's an interesting premise, of like, who are the real monsters? The Guy She Was Interested In Isn't a Guy at All is going to go and Give Me More. I have only read the first volume. I want more. This girl goes into a music store and sees this super cool guy who is shelving music. They are bonding over music, but it turns out it's the nerdy girl from her class, and it is beautiful. All of the art is just done in black and green and white, and I love the whole vibe of it. Tista is done by the same person as Spy Family. It is an uber religious assassination story, and I do not get the vibe of it at all. I do not understand. Please explain to me why I should go back and read it. This was literally recommended to me because I like Spy Family, and the only connection I can see is that it's written by the same person. I otherwise don't understand why I would ever think, or anyone would ever think, that I would like this really, really dark story when I like Spy Family. But it's super repetitive and weird and bloody, and tell me if you like it, because I do not. Vampire Dormitory. This is trash, but I get it. Again, as someone who likes vampires, it's cute, but it's also trash. So this girl looks like a guy, and then she is taken into this like vampire's dormitory and like working in this shop with them, but she is secretly a girl, and he's like, I can't feed off of women because I'm so in love with this like anime girl or idol or whatever, so I can't like see women as food or like partners in that way because they're just too pure. And so it's just weird vibes, but I can see why people like it. It definitely gives some Twilight vibes. Waiting for Spring is going to go in Love Over Story. This is Ananshan's first work before she did How I Met My Soulmate. Waiting for Spring, super cute. Girl, all these guy friends, really no plot. We pretty much know how things are going to end when they start, but it is so cute, and I read the entire thing online on K-Manga because I just needed to know what happened. This is also a hard one to collect. I have some of the volumes, but you have to find them at like secondhand stores and stuff. Super cute, but really no substance. Whisper Me a Love Song. Just watch the anime. This is another one where I don't fully know how I feel about the Yuri relationship because there's like a misunderstanding. Like one of the girls is actually just like obsessed with her musicality and stuff and not actually in love with her, but she thinks she's in love with her, and has her questioning her sexuality. And so I've only read the first volume, but I know it's an anime. I think I'm going to check it out there. Witch Hat Atelier is going in No Notes. Witch Hat Atelier is everything you'd want it to be. This is the only true fantasy story that I will get behind. It follows a young girl named Coco who wants to be a witch. She's told you can only be born into being a witch, but that is not true. The whole magic system is based off of writing and drawing, and it is a beautiful world. And every time you think you might be getting some filler in the volume, it turns out that that's super important to something that's coming later. The art is absolutely gorgeous, and the way that they play with paneling, where like people are coming out of panels and stuff, is amazing, and everyone should check it out. Witch Watch is one I'm on the fence about. I don't know if I should continue this or not. It follows a young girl, Nico, who is a witch. She has a guy that she's living with who's there to protect her. And then some other guys that also move into the house that are also there to protect her. We have like an ogre, a werewolf, a vampire, a tengu, just like all these people that are moving in with her as a found family. And then there's another witch who can take the shape of a cat. It's cute, but I don't know. Like, the last one that I read, they essentially just all turned into Minecraft people. And I was like, why? And that was it. And I don't really know if it's one I want to continue with or not. Wodakai, Love Over Story. This is one that I've read the first volume of. I need to finish the series. I had first read it when I first started reading manga. I didn't understand what half of the terms were. I didn't even know what an otaku was. So I'm revisiting it now. And as I'm revisiting it, I am enjoying it. But it definitely is love over actual substance of the story. Yokohama Kadashi Kishio is going to be in Give Me More. This is a completed series, which is like cozy sci-fi. Like, we are in like a post-apocalyptic world, but she's just like making tea and riding around on her scooter, taking pictures, hanging out in nature. It's just super cute, and I want more of it. Yona of the Dawn is going to be on the fence just because, same with One Piece, except that I think I like Yona with her like little relationship thing more. It's so long. Should I read this? The anime, I doubt is going to be finished, and I don't know if I can commit to 40-something volumes of something. The only thing that I'm at that point with is the 30-something I'm with at Komi, and I'm super frustrated that I'm still reading it. So, do I read Yona? Tell me, is it worth it? Should I continue to read Yona? I need to know. You and I Are Polar Opposites is going to go in Love Over Story. The whole premise is that they are polar opposites. It reminds me a lot of Don't Toil Miss Nagatoro, except that the characters aren't sexualized at all. But she picks on him because she likes him. And then they become a couple almost immediately. And then his friend is like super talkative and likes this very quiet girl. And they are going to start a relationship. And it's just really cute. But there's not a lot happening story-wise there. Your Name I'm going to put in watch the anime or watch the movie. Your Name, I just feel like it skipped around so much in the manga. It's only 3 volumes. I think it needs to be longer if it's going to be a manga. So I would just watch the movie. You Are My Cutie is going in On the Fence. This had pretty much no substance. It could go in Love Over Story, but I've only read 1 volume, so I don't know if I'm ready to commit to that yet. But You Are My Cutie follows a boy who just like doesn't want to be treated as like a trophy or someone that people just like, and she promises not to fall in love with him. Yuzakura Family is going in On the Fence. This one was recommended because of Spy Family also, and I see that more. It is a found family. It's a boy who's kind of taken into this family of assassins because he likes this girl from school, and then chaos kind of ensues. Yeah, I just don't know how I feel about it. I need to know if I should finish this one as well. And then last but not least, Zom 100. I think that you could just watch the anime. I do kind of want more from this. I felt like it was really doing something and exploring this idea of being a zombie while alive. And then some of it's just turned into ridiculousness. I am caught up in the physical volumes. And I just, some of their things that are on their bucket list just seem a little bit weird and unnecessary, but I guess I'm probably not the target audience for it, and yeah. But it is good, and I think that people should check it out. Now, let me see. I need to make this smaller. Here is my tier list for No Notes. We have Insomniacs After School, My Love Mix-Up, My Special One, Skip and Loafer, Spy Family, and Witch Hat Atelier. And this is something that I would fight you on. I really, really think that these are all deserving of being up here. I get why people would put some of the other things up in these tiers, but those are my no notes. Everything in Give Me More, for the most part, is I just need more of these series, or I personally need to read more of these series. I either want to spend more time in their world, or I want their love story to progress more, or there just isn't enough manga out yet for me to make an informed decision. Love over story, just cute, no substance. Just watch the anime. All of these are things that you could read, but I think you could just as easily watch them and move on. On the fence, please tell me, any of these, should I continue reading them? Because I truly am on the fence. I could see myself going either way. These could become my all-time favorites. I would just need to know whether I should continue them or not. Not for me. Please tell me if they are for you, and if you think, just make a case. Tell me in the comments why I should. I'm sure for the most part it's going to be One Piece. Why should I read One Piece? Maybe you can convince me. I don't think so, but let's see if you can. And then trash. Is there something I don't know about any of these, and would you change it? So, particularly the Beauty and the Feast. Does it get better? Does it get worse? And the other ones, maybe you can explain to me why they're your favorite. Let me know. If you would like to have me continue on my shorts, those are easier to make. So let me know about that as well. But thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you in the next video.